it's Jessie V. Do you like my scarf? This is a unicorn scarf and I couldn't be more excited wearing it. This is actually part of my new merch line. I wanted to get it out way before Christmas so you guys can get it, and it comes in blue and it comes in like a salmon pink color. I absolutely love it. The unicorns are like super shiny and it's probably the softest material I've ever felt. So if you guys would like one for yourself as well, the link is down below in the description. As I said, every video I'm going to be releasing a new merch item. I don't have like a ton or anything, but I didn't want to like overwhelm you guys with like 12 things in one video, so I'm trying to like spread it out throughout the videos because I wanted there to be something for everyone, because I know not everyone's going to want a shirt, not everyone's going to want something else. People are very different and want different things. So that's why this year I have such a big variety. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this scarf because it's so exciting. Also, my hair has decided to be poofy today, so I'm trying to tame it a little bit, but it's not working very well. Alright, so as you can tell by the title of this video today, I'm going to be talking about people who had real encounters with fairies, or at least they said it's real and completely believed that what they saw was real. Now, I did do a video quite a while ago reacting to videos on YouTube where people have captured fairies, and there was like video evidence and photo evidence, and today's not really a reaction video because I don't want to do something similar to that, but there's a lot of articles online where people talk about their experience seeing fairies. So that's what I'm going to tell you guys today. Also, a lot of you guys were asking, like, where did your mythical creature series go? And the truth is, I deleted them. Not out of my own will, I really didn't want to. I actually put so much effort into those videos. I think each mythical creature video took me probably 2 full days to like research and film and edit completely with all those videos and pictures, and I really liked them and you guys really liked them and they did really well on my channel, so it like broke my heart to delete them. But I realized that YouTube's policies on reacting to videos got really strict, and I did get in trouble a few times with reacting to people's videos. Even though I had the link down below in the description and I said their YouTube name, it's so easy to get a copyright strike nowadays, and I know a lot of my old videos with reacting to stuff could have been in jeopardy, so I just deleted them just so I wouldn't have any problems with YouTube. So I'm trying my best now to just create my own content and not rely on reacting to other people's. And that's why when I just reacted to your ghost videos, I made sure you said in the footage, Jessie, it is okay for you to react to this, just so like I don't get in trouble, you know what I mean? And like, I know a lot of YouTubers still do reaction videos, and maybe it's fine. They're not getting in trouble, and that's cool. I just like to save my butt. I like to save my butt. That's a really weird saying. Alright, so I found a post online with the question, this is serious. Have you ever had a real life encounter with a creature that you believe to be a fairy, a gnome, or an elf? And it says, serious answers only. This must be real. And I found that really, really intriguing. And as you guys know, I did a video, oh my gosh, like probably when I first started YouTube, about me seeing the tooth fairy, but really it was like a light on the alarm clock, or I can't remember how the story went. But I feel like as a kid, you have such a large imagination, right? So like I thought it was the tooth fairy flying around, but really it was just a light in the corner of my room. So I'd be interested to see if any adults actually have stories about seeing fairies, because that to me is like more legit, you know what I mean? And also, you watching right now, if you have any fairy or elf or gnome experiences, please comment it down below. And I know it sounds silly, but I do believe that anything could really exist. I am such an open-minded person. I know it might seem childish, like, oh, you believe in mermaids and unicorns and fairies. I mean, why not? There are so many things that are undiscovered in this world, and the fact that there are ghosts and there were dinosaurs and all kinds of crazy creatures, I mean, why not? Why not? Anyways, let's go through these comments and see what people have to say about their experiences. Someone said, I used to leave bowls of milk and berries for the ones that listen to me play music. They even mess with me sometimes. Pieces of food I leave to cool go missing, and they take my keys and my underwear. I never actually see them though. Okay, that's weird to me, because I thought he was about to say that he actually saw them, but his stuff just goes missing. So that could be like, that could be a ghost. That's like what I'm dealing with in my house right now. Someone said, when I was younger, yes, I did. But now my son has seen scary little men in our side garden. Scary little men. He's 3, but has convinced me it's not his imagination. We leave a saucer of cream out there now. He also sees something regular that he calls the baby owl, and he usually points to the corner of the room and ceiling. Owls have always been around him since birth. In fact, my aunt and I both saw owls at 2 separate locations the night he was born. He always points out the window at the garden. So that's so interesting interesting, scary little men. And that sort of comes back to the fact that like dogs, babies, they have just better senses than us and they see more things than we do, you know what I mean? So maybe like little kids, imagine if they could see fairies. That would be so cool. And you guys are probably wondering like,
why is this on your Halloween series? Like fairies are really magical and nice.
Actually, if you look into fairies and if you remember that whole video I did about fairies, they're actually very mean-spirited and not the nicest things ever. I would actually probably be freaked out in real life if I saw them. I'd think they were cute, but they would actually freak me out. So that's why I put it on my Halloween series, because honestly, seeing any sort of creature is a little unsettling. When I was 10, I was reading and I was meant to be asleep. My creaky old bed was up against the window and I used the streetlight or moonlight to read. It wasn't that late when I saw a fairy. My parents were still awake and watching TV. The hallway lights were on too, and we lived in a fairly old sloping house where the gap between the bottom of the door and the floor was about 2.5 inches. I saw movement out of the corner of my eye against the light of the hall. In the gap under the door was a silhouette of a fairy. It was a teeny tiny girl whose wings flickered. When I saw her, she ducked behind the corner of the door and then poked her head out and wings out to look at me again. I got out of bed and asked her to please let me see her properly and to not be scared. I got halfway across the room and she was still there. Then I kid you not, my bed creaked so loudly as if someone big jumped on it. I got frightened and whipped my head around to see that nothing was there. I instantly knew she had tricked me, and when I turned back, I saw her jump away. I ran to the door and threw it open to see a huge moth fly perfectly straight down the hall. I followed it and watched it fly to the tiny bathroom window and crawl out super fast. In my whole life, I've never seen such a smart moth. I told my mom right away, already worried no one would believe me. So even though 15 years later I have never seen anything like it again, I still believe my 10-year-old self. I was a smart kid and I was still convinced. That is really interesting to me. So did this fairy like turn into a moth and fly away? I've actually read a lot of stories online where fairies can turn into things like birds, butterflies, moths. And it's so interesting how this fairy left through the small crack in the bathroom window, because when I was a kid, we always left the bathroom window open whenever I lost a tooth to let the tooth fairy in. And I don't know why we chose the bathroom, but it was always the bathroom. We'd creak it open a little bit and she would just like fly into my bedroom, you know what I mean? And I always wondered as a kid, like, if the tooth is under my pillow, how is the tooth fairy strong enough to lift my head? Because like her body's probably like this compared to my face, you know what I mean? She's gotta have some arm muscles. Okay, here's the next one. When I was around 10 years old, I was having a sleepover at my friend's place. Her bed was in the corner of the room running parallel to the wall in which I saw something. I was on a spare mattress on the floor right next to her bed and I was lying in the same position. My friend had asthma, so I had woken up during the night because she was coughing. Above the head of her bed, about 20 centimeters under the roof, it looked like there was a glow-in-the-dark sticker stuck on the wall. It was 2D, flat, and looked like the side view of a typical fairy you see in kids' books. It had its hand on its hips and was kicking its legs, staring straight ahead. I freaked out and woke up my friend. She saw it too and we both had no idea what it was. We hid under the blanket on my bed. Eventually I decided to be brave and I reached over to give the curtain a shake, but it didn't change. It was still on the wall, kicking away. After a while, I don't know how long, I looked again and it was gone. I bravely decided to stand on her bed to feel the wall to see if it was just a glow-in-the-dark sticker, but there was nothing there. No light in the room either. I am now almost 30 and still don't know what happened, and have never had anything like that happen again. That is so weird. I'd probably think it was like a glow-in-the-dark sticker as well, but like if you're at your friend's house and your friend doesn't have stickers on their wall and they tell you that, then that's sort of really weird. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, I had those glow-in-the-dark star stickers all over my ceiling and I loved it. Because at night when I go to sleep, like that's all you can see when you're lying down. It was so cool and I really miss those stickers. Someone said, when I was a kid, I was very imaginative. I remember once I went upstairs and believed I saw a fairy go into my parents' bedroom. When I followed it, I swore I saw a fairy leaving behind a trail of sparkly dust. Sounds so outrageous, but that's one of my early memories. There was another time where it was dark in my bedroom and I turned over to the dark side of my bed where it wasn't possible that moonlight could peek through my curtain and cast light, but there was a green orb just floating in the corner behind my door. I watched it for a while before calling my parents up. Of course, when they came to see, it was gone. That's like a typical thing with parents. Whenever I was scared at night and called my mom into my room, I'd be like, look over there, there's like a monster. And she'd be like, There's not. Alright, let's read one more. I believe I've seen 2 creatures of the fairy type. For the first one, it was nighttime. I'd say it was 9 or 10 p.m. and I was talking to 2 friends in front of a house. And then I turned around and saw that in the middle of the grass there was a small humanoid with a plant body looking at me. It had eyes and a mouth, and as soon as I saw it, it was surprised, but it was not afraid. It was looking at me with a proud look. It just gave me a smile. I'm the only one who saw this creature because I didn't tell them about it. I would say that this creature was a pixie, and this is the encounter that makes me the most curious because I was calm and the creature seemed to know me somehow. And the second time was when I woke up one night and saw a white little elf about 11 centimeters tall on my belly? On your belly? It looked kind of similar to Dobby from Harry Potter, but it was a little bit less ugly, I would say. Aw, Dobby's cute. But he was not looking at me. He seemed to be curious, like he was searching for something. He had no fur and had smooth skin and did not wear clothes. I do not remember the rest, but from what I noticed, I was having sleep paralysis. Yeah, probably. I was gonna say, like, I might believe the fairy ones, but suddenly if there's like an elf on your belly, that might be you dreaming. I don't know. Anyway, so guys, I think I'm most intrigued to hear if you guys have any stories, and maybe if I get a ton, I can do like a whole other video reacting to your fairy stories, or like elf or gnome, or like something of that sort of creature, or something of that type. But anyways, I'm gonna get going now. As I said before, this scarf, I have it in blue and I have it in pink, and it is linked down below in the description. Also, if you haven't gotten your North Carolina tickets yet, I'm going there on November 10th and 11th. The link to the tickets is down below. And yeah, I really need to get decorations for this background, guys. It's gonna happen really soon, I promise. But yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!